What's up, people? I'm back. Tales from the Pen, cooking edition. Little jailhouse cooking with Fred White today. That's what we're doing today. You know, I've had a few people ask me about jailhouse meals and this and that. And there's different types of ways you can cook it. There's different types of things you can add to it. There's all types of things happening, right? Now, there is maximum security cooking, which is in your cell, and it's a bit different. You know, I'll get into that in another video. Today we're going to do medium security cooking, okay? And today we're going to start with a staple, okay? A staple in the penitentiary. Anybody been in New York State Penitentiary? Probably this is everywhere, but I'm just, because I've only been in New York, so, you know, anybody in New York will understand. Boom! The staple of the whole thing. Top ramen, a.k.a. crackhead soups. So the ramen noodles, we call them crackhead soups in there. Let me explain. You see, in the penitentiary, even if you have nobody supporting you, even if you have nobody sending you $1, you're still programmed. They still use mandatory, you have to program, you have to do something. And when you're doing something, they pay you for it. Now, it might be 6 cents, it might be 10 cents, it might be 18 cents, whatever it is. It's cheap, okay? You're not getting much money. So you go to the commissary every 2 weeks, so you may get your commissary sheet and it may have $12, $14, because that's what you've earned for 2 weeks of pay. $12, $14 for 2 weeks. I ain't saying hour, I said for 2 weeks. So even if you don't have anybody, even if you're, you know, nobody's sending you a red penny, you're still gonna have a few dollars in commissary through program. That's how it works. So that's why we call these crackhead soups, because they were 10 cents. Hence, even the crackheads could afford it. Are you with me? Boom. Next item we're gonna put with that is this. Smoked mussels. Okay? $1.25. I don't know what it is now. $1.25. Okay? And then there's this, the crown jewel. This is one of my favorites right here. Kipper snacks, aka smoked herring. These were $1. Okay, so $1, $1.25, $2.25. Ramen noodles, $2.35 meal. That's what we're gonna do today. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give you the medium security style. Now, in medium securities, they have let's turn the stove on real quick. Now, medium securities, they have stoves, okay? It's not like you're locked in, you know, it's dorm settings, and they have a kitchen, maybe a day room where there's a TV. Some places have 2 TVs, where it'll be a sports TV and a movie TV, something like that, right? So, the stove, they have 1 stove. So what would happen is you come in from program, you come in from the yard, you come in, you go to the kitchen. Yo, who's got last on the stove? Such and such has last. You go to that person, yo, I'm after you, okay? And then, you know, the person, someone else will come to you, yo, who's after you, Fred? You are. You see what I'm saying? And that's how it goes. Most people respect the stove. I have seen issues over the stove. I have seen it before, you know what I mean? Where this dude said he had next, this dude said he had next. You know what I mean? I remember this one kid, he was a Colombian dude. And him and my man Nitty, shout out to my man Nitty, Harlem. You know, I know it was over the stove. They was beefing over the stove, who had next or whatever. And the Colombian kid pulled out the banger. You know what I'm saying? And then he was like, "Oh, really?" Boom, 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 boom. Lumped him, knocked him out. Dude was still knocked out with the banger in his hand. You know what I'm saying? Facts. Salute to my man Nitty, one of Harlem's finest. So you know, this is, a lot of people do them different. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people do their crackhead soups, or they, you know, everyone does their own meals different, okay? I'm going to show you a different way today, all right? I'm going to show you, you know, something simple, something easy. We're going to take a little bit of oil, put it in this pan. Okay? Boom. Move it around a little bit. We want to get that oil semi-hot. Okay? Let's let that get hot. Let's let that, you know, let's let that do what it do. I'm going to take the noodles. A lot of people break the bag up. Again, you can do, you know, I have done it. I do them several, you know, I do them a lot of ways. Just giving you one way right now. Right? Boom. Okay? Now you take it, place it in the oil. Place it in there. Some people might be like, what? I promise you. Whoa, sorry, y'all. I promise you, you try this, you're going to thank me. You know what I mean? You're going to thank me. Let that fry up a little bit, right? We got to get it brown on one side, then turn it over and you get it brown again on the other side. Gives it a little bit of flavor. Alright? That's what we're doing today. We're doing a little cooking with red white. Jailhouse style. Okay? Fix this thing, man. Make sure you see. You guys see me. Good. Okay. You know? Wanna check it out. Put in my tongs. Let me get my tongs over here. You know what I'm saying? You know. Same for everybody. You know? But again, crackhead soups was just like I said, it's a staple in the penitentiary. You know what I mean? Because, you know, God forbid we have a lockdown. If anything happens, you get locked down, especially like in the maxes. And you locked in your cell for a couple of weeks. You better make sure that you have a bunch of crackhead soups and a bunch of peanut butter and jelly. Sometimes administration used to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, if everybody's going to the commissary and everybody's buying 3-4 peanut butters each, everybody's buying all the crackhead soups, they know that people are stocking up, that something's about to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's telltale signs sometimes in jail that you know something's gonna happen, right? Like when you go out to the yard, right, and it's 100 degrees out, and dudes is out there with their hoodies on, with their Timbs on, with their boots tied up tight, and they're all playing the wall. You see what I'm saying? You walk out, you see that, you're like, okay, let me play the wall too. You see what I'm saying? There's just certain telltale signs. Anybody that's been in the penitentiary understands exactly what I'm talking about. Alright, we're going to check this right now. Usually you leave it in there for a minute or two. Ooh, look at that brownness there. See that brownness there? You know what I mean? You guys are going to do this. I guarantee there's going to be people who are like, yo, I did that. That was pretty cool. I ain't know it could do that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Let's get this fried up a little bit. Then I come up here and chop it up with y'all. What's going on all over the place, all these protests and everything and rioting, and it's just crazy right now, the state of the world. Everything's just going crazy. Alright, let's check this out. Let's check the other side out. Ooh, a little brownness there too. Alright, that seems okay. Now I'm going to take that out. I'm going to put it on this plate right here. I'm going to take this out, shake off all that oil, and put it on the plate, okay? Now I'm going to take this oil, I'm just going to put it in this little bowl over here for now. Ooh, alright. Put it in the bowl. Now I'm going to take the noodles, put them back in, right? Now I'm going to get some water. I'm going to get some water. God, I don't like this. You know what I'm saying? Got a cup of water. Woo-wee, that thing's going now. You see what I'm saying? Now, might take the little seasoning if you want. Put that in that water. Oh Lord, we got alarms going off in this motherfucker. I got it. Oh yeah. Yeah, sorry about that, y'all. Guys heard that alarm going off. Smokiness. Alright, a little bit of adobo. Put that in the water. Not much, a little bit. Maybe a little bit of sazon. Maybe a little bit of sazon. This right here is a staple too in there. I used to keep this with me, like to go, even just going to the mess hall, doing anything like that. Always keep that sazon because you never know what you're going to eat. It's garbage. Throw the sazon on it. You know what I mean? I live by this. I used to put sazon on everything. True story. Alright, so now we have... Now what I'm going to do is... You see? It's doing what it do. We're going to turn it over a little bit. Ooh, and open it up. You see that? See what I did? Because now it's soft. When it's soft, you can just peel it. Boom. Now we got them long noodles in there. Now I'm going to take some onions. Let's throw that in there. Ooh. And there too, you can get onions. Sometimes what happened is, a lot of times you get like contracts with people that work in the mess hall. You see what I'm saying? You may get a contract for bread. You may get like a loaf of bread every 2 days. You might get a milk contract where you get like a quart of milk a day or something. You can get your onions, your peppers. You can get anything from the mess hall. So there's always people in the mess hall looking to wheel and deal, making a few extra dollars. You see what I'm saying? Ooh-wee. Now, you wait a few minutes. Let's get this open. I love these. Like these, like the kipper snacks, smoked herring. I used to eat those all the time. I used to eat them right out the can. Like just bomb. Like these things are like really good. Now sometimes I like to put the little juice in there. Right? You with me? Get that juice in there because that thing's like the smell is. The smoked herring is amazing. I love the smoked herring. I'll tell you that right now. Boom. Smoked mussels. We ain't playing games here. $2.35. You got yourself a meal. Let's not forget the 50-cent soda. So, for less than $3, we doing what we do in a few minutes. Let's drain that oil a little bit. Put a little bit of oil in there. Put a little bit of this mussel oil in there. Woo-wee. Alright. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take that and dump it right in there. I'm going to take this kipper snacks, dump it right in there, just like that. You see that? Boom. Now we mix it up a little bit, break that up. Let's break this up a little bit. Look at them noodles. You see how they opened up? You see that? Now what we're going to do is, we don't play games here. I made this for my wife recently, like a month or so ago. And now you just let that do what it do. What I do is I don't like it like the soup. I like it like the noodles. You know what I'm saying? To get the ramen noodles. So you let that boil out. That's it. You let that boil out, watch how it looks. You know what I mean? It looks straight out of a ramen spot or something like that. It looks straight out of something you'd order. You know what I'm saying? A little more seasoning. Right? Doesn't that look like something you order? You will. Like at the end when you see it with the fish, with the noodles, and the noodles are big and long. I'm telling you. You know, and it's a quick meal. You know what I'm saying? 10 minutes, you're done. Ooh-wee, look at that. No games being played. Look at that. And the smell is good because of the smoked fish. You know what I mean? Because both of them are smoked. The mussels and the kipper snacks. The herring. You know? If you guys ain't up on the herring, I'm telling you, the thing is banging. Y'all see my cup? Ooh-wee. You know, it's water. I may have put a little too much water. I don't know. Let's put the heat on that. Let's get that water out of there. And then that's it. You put it on the plate. Quick. Something so simple. You know, some of these meals I brought home with me. You know, I got this fish sauce too. Kind of the same thing. Herring, smoked oysters, smoked mussels, octopus, squid. Maybe you might have one of each. And what I used to do is take it with the onions, boom, fry it up, fry up the fish, add the tomato sauce. You get the little cans up there. They're like 50 cents, little small ones. You put the tomato sauce, you put a little sugar to cut that acid. That's what I do. And then you mix the sauce, and then what I used to do is, I'm gonna do it one day. Yeah, that might be my next one, as a matter of fact. Then I would take flour, you can get flour in there, and I would make little dumplings. Drop them in the water, let them cook in the water. When they rise up, boom, you take them out, and then you put them in your bowl, and you put the sauce on top of that, your fish sauce on top of the dumplings. I'm telling you. Woo. Let's check this out. Look at that. Woo-wee. Yeah. Like I'm not really a chef or nothing like that. Like these simple meals, that's my shit right there. You know what I mean? These quick, 10-minute meals, whatever. That's what I do. Like that was my thing. All types of fish sauce, but all that's quick, Stir this a little bit. Look at all them noodles. I mean, you could actually, put the water and have it like a soup or whatever, you know what I mean? But that's not what I do. I like just the noodles. Let's get a bowl. Let's get a little plate over here. What should I put in a bowl? Let me see. Now I'm gonna put it on a plate. I think a plate will look better for y'all. That's what I'm thinking. I hope everybody's good, man, in this time of crisis, times of things going on. Hope everybody's well. Seems a lot of bullshit. I seen a viral video, from uptown, Dykeman, Washington Heights. Supposedly some Dominican dudes. They chased out some African American brothers the other night, thinking they was looting, even though they weren't. So it was a lot of semi-racial tension going on up there. you know. But I seen that a lot of the dudes that were actually talking about it, the actual dudes that went up and apologized to the kids and did all that, they weren't chasing them. You know what I mean? They was just representing Dykeman, representing, you know, their hood. You know, salute to my man Mikey, the mayor. You know what I'm saying? He represents Dykeman hard. You know, represents Dykeman basketball hard too. Shout out to him. Cause I seen a lot of videos when people was commenting on it, and I'm like, these dudes don't even know these dudes. You know? And the thing is that about Dykeman, about that area, is that there's a lot of mom and pop businesses. A lot. Up in that area. From restaurants and things, little restaurants and things like that. So, they're very protective of their community. You know, they apologize because these kids weren't up there looting and nothing like that. And it was some young kids chasing other young kids. So, you know what I mean? These dudes that came up on Queen's Flip and all the rest of them shows today and yesterday, they ain't had nothing to do with it, but they representing Dykeman. You know what I'm saying? They made everybody apologize and all that. So, again, salute to Mikey, man. Salute to the mayor. It's almost done, y'all. It's almost done. Water's almost out of there. Another minute or two. We ready to eat. You know? We ready to eat. This was a lifesaver in the penitentiary, man. You know, even though I was always good, like, I wasn't part of the whole crackhead soup movement, but I always bought, like, it was like 24 in a case or something like that, $2.40. You know what I'm saying? So I used to buy a case or two, boom, just to have it, every commissary. Even if I didn't eat, even if I only ate 10 or 5 or what, I would just pile it up. You know what I mean? Because you never know when it's going down in there. You never know when you're going to be locked in. You never know when you're going to be locked down and can't come out your cell or nothing like that. So these are necessities. Because when you're locked down, and you can't come out your cell, or a riot happens or something like that, you're not going to commissary. It's like, oh, today's my commissary day. Not today, it ain't your commissary day. You're no one's going anywhere. See what I'm saying? So you have to be able to provide for yourself. Because when they come around with them trays and trays of food in there is garbage, like you know, the myths are not myths. You know what I mean? Like, it's garbage. The food is terrible. Woo-wee. Let's see what's going on. We got this water almost out. Look at that. Look at that there, people. That might not be everybody's cup of tea. But if you like seafood, I promise you, you're going to like this. I promise you. Sometimes I used to take the soups, the crackhead soups, especially like in the Maxes. Just put them in the water like normal people do. I boil the water first, throw them in, season it. Then I drain the water. You see what I'm saying? Then I put the kipper snacks, and then when I used to mix it up, and then put like a slice of cheese, like some cheese on top of that too. I know it sounds like, what? Put some cheese on top of that. Ooh-wee. You know what I mean? This is just the way it goes. You know, and you always want to have this too, like when people you know come to the jail or something like that. You know what I mean? May just come out the box and get a chance to go to commissary for another couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? You got them. Yo, I got you. Here, take this. Take that. The crackhead soups is inexpensive, you know, and people are grateful. You see what I'm saying? Woo-wee! Almost, guys. Almost. That water's almost done. We're about to put that on a plate. Another minute, maybe. 30 seconds, something like that. And I want you to see how it looks. You know what I mean? And then if anybody tries it, let me know. we might do a few of these, cooking with Fred White. You know what I mean? Alright, that's it. It's done. Let's see. Put that right on the plate right here. Boom! Woo-hoo-hoo! Look at that there. Come on, people. You know what I'm saying? $2.35. Some people don't even add the mussels. They just add the kipper snacks. The herring, which was only $1, which would make the meal only $1.10. You know what I mean? I like to jazz it up a little bit. Look at that. Come on now. Look at all that. Look at all that fish. Look at all that fishness in there. Woo-hoo. You know what I mean? There we go, people. First episode, Cooking with Fred White. Like to thank everybody for watching. Let me know if you do it. You know what I mean? Let me know how it turned out. And I'm getting ready to go eat this. Yeah. On that note, people, Fred White, signing out.